For all those that are going through the retinal detachment, right? I thought I'd just make a quick video trying to keep it within, just 5 to 10 minutes. Seen some of those other videos where they go on for, 30, 40 minutes and that sort of thing. But just wanted to give you some idea of what I've gone through and what you might expect, which was what I was trying to get out of all of those videos. So, just a background there. I think I injured my eye working on the outside. For about a month, I was seeing like black flies flying around, right? And I was on a trip, and during that trip on like a Tuesday, it felt like there was something right here on the side of my nose, right? And so I didn't get back till Thursday night. So on Friday, I made an appointment with the doctor, and went in there, and basically they told me that my retina had detached, right? And what was pretty obvious is that when they closed one eye, they covered up my left eye, then I could see like black on the inside of my eye, 20%, right? It was just black. I could still see fine the rest of it, center and out to the far right, but in the center it was black, okay? So it was late in the afternoon. They set me up for surgery that Monday. Over the course of the weekend, it went from 20% black to basically around 75 or 80% black. So I could basically only see this portion right here, which was really pretty scary on how fast it went. So anyways, Monday, had the surgery. They did a vitrectomy. Okay, I hope I pronounced that right. And so basically what they're doing is they're going in there and lasering the retina back to, I guess, back in place. Doctor said it was like your wallpaper had peeled off, and they're just trying to laser your wallpaper back in place. And they in my case, they put a gas bubble in there so to keep pressure on where that laser was so that your retina sticks, okay? So that's what that happened on Monday. On Tuesday, on Monday they put a patch, and then on Tuesday I went back, and basically they removed the patch, and I started these drops, okay, that I take every day. The other thing was that at the end of the surgery, basically depending on where your detachment is, they'll tell you what you need to do to either lay down or whatever. I was fortunate in my case that I only had to lay down on my left side while I sleep. I've seen other videos where people had to be face down for throughout the day and the evening, which would be horrible. But I was pretty lucky. It was just left side, sleep on your left side, and that was it. Okay. So back to Tuesday, remove the patch. I started the drops. And in my case, about 10 days later, my eye was really itching, whatever they call this little part where your two eyelids come together, and then the lashes come out of your lid. That was really itching, okay? So basically two weekends later, my eye started swelling up and that sort of thing. So anyways, 2 weeks in, I had to get new drops. That was unique to me because there's an ingredient in there that I was allergic to. And so anyways, I had to get new drops. So hopefully you won't have to go through that. So let me go through what the first couple weeks are, right? So the first week after the patch came off, basically all I could see out of my right eye was, kind of light or dark. And there was not much of anything there, okay? On the second week, I could see like light and dark objects, but it was just, a black rectangle against a light background, or a light background on a black background. That was pretty much it, okay? There wasn't much of anything, okay? Yesterday was day 17 for me. At this point, I'm starting to see a little more detail in some of those objects. And I noticed that I can start to see a little bit with respect to color. So it's not just black and white. I can start to see just a little bit of color. Now, in my case, I went back on the 17th day to the doctor, and asked him about the bubble and how long that's going to be, and then what should I expect. So, in my case, he said that my bubble will take about 6 to 8 weeks to dissipate, and over that time, my vision should start to improve a little by little, and then at 8 weeks, the bubble should be gone, and then it's just a matter of how much your eye heals. Okay. Um, so that's basically it. 5 minutes and 40 seconds. That's where I'm at on day 17. But I guess the expectation is, it's patience, right? It's going to take some time to get there. But hopefully that helps.